My end on the work now. My end on the work now. I go schedule for logic after I'm done. But let me send the link. Let me send the link for this ones. Yeah. It's just the scheduling it. Someone scheduling for one and for oneself. Extra problem that although someone is an editor, but I don't know. I'll send the link to Discord. Send Discord. All right. Um, good evening. Although we don't have any concurrent viewers now, but let's wait. I sent the link to the Discord and I'm going to send to Telegram. All right. Two people have joined. Please, if you can see my screen, just let me know. Drop it in the comments so we can, I don't know. And if you are hearing me, although my OBS says everything is good, everything is a go. Yep. If you're hearing me, let me know. And then we'll wait for more people to join before we start. If you can hear me, please drop it in the comment section. From Nigeria. Literally on my bio. You can check the Twitter, you can check everything. And can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. I've been asking this. Oh, cool. Alright, we do have quite some numbers here now, so I guess we're just going to start begin the session. So well, it's very unusual for the market to move this way um during the weekend, but then now we'll just leave it to the fundamentals going on around Bitcoin, the US government, the tariff that was just put in place Um, I'll guess that's what's propelling the market to move like this on a weekend. So really having a controversial movement, more like a counter trend on what's going on right now on the market with what's going to happen during the week. In my opinion, I think we are going to see we're going to see a pump during the week, although it will be a very volatile week. It's going to be a very volatile week, but then we are on 4 hour time frame right here, and on this 4 hour, the market is obviously very bearish. There has been just break. The only successful break of structures are to the downside. To the upside, there isn't any one, because if we should look at it, this is on 4 hour right here. I think the only recent break we had to the upside was this one right here, and this one is an internal break, and this is on 4 hour, right? So it's very strong. This is an internal break, which is the very recent high, not the previous highs. These are previous highs right here, right here, right here. So to start anything with, or to even consider that the market is going to be in a very bullish movement, we have to start with all these previous high. These ones here, we have to consider them being broken. They have to be broken first. They have to break before we can ever consider that, yeah, this market might be bullish yet again. The only, if you are seeing any bullish movement right now, is just retracement, because the market is in a bear movement. It's in a bear. The market is bearish right now. So with that being said, although we all want the market to be good, but then we can't keep losing money because we want the market to be good. We don't want to be exit liquidity, right? We don't want to exit liquidity. So our trend idea is to be shorting, but then, like I said earlier, the movements happening during this week, let me just sample it out, especially from this place to this, all these ones, these are fundamental movements, based on the news and whatever is going on. There was one fake pump that happened, then yeah, it was this one, then this was when the tariff and all of that was put in place. So all in all, this was where market bounced originally. This was where market bounced originally. So we have the first bounce, then we have the spring, which is and this is on 4 hour time frame. It's an external liquidity graph. If you should look at it, there isn't any break of structure, and which is also why this was one of the things I considered before saying that, yeah, you might have a bullish, just a many bullish week. So this is the spring right here. Sometimes to draw this thing. Let's just use this. So this is the spring right here. This was the first bounce. And then so this third one, I think, is just going to come in here and act like a QML entry for us. I do love taking trades with that kind of entry. But then this is on 4 hour, and then we haven't had a significant break. So if peradventure this goes well, that means we'll probably not be waiting for the final take profit price. We are going to be taking profits along the way. So it's going to be something like this. It's going to be something like this, which is where the market is currently reacting to. So originally we were supposed to target the high, whatever, this high right here, um, this high right here. But then with the current state of market, it's not advisable to wait that long. This will be see, we might just let's extend this down a little bit to save ourselves the blushes of being of this one eating stop loss. So first off, this is a counter trend, and I'm going against it because this was a fundamental movement, and then because of the trading the entry model here, and then sentiment all round, right? So this is what I'm going for Bitcoin, and I won't be risking much because, like I said, it's a counter trend, and it's all the bearish market. However, if you want to look for the sell movement, this we have to have a break, from this one of 4 hour. So if market break below this price of 4 hour or this price right here of 4 hour, this is 76.5, and then we have first one is going to be 78.2. We have a full body break. But then with this fair value gap that just happened, and then we still have 31 minutes to go. It's particularly not looking good, but then so far it's still staying above. It's a good gamble. It's a good gamble. So, however, I think if you can edge this trade, you can edge it if you want. You can edge it at a significant point of interest. So anything that's going to happen here is going to happen with good volume. It's going to happen with crazy volume. So if there's going to reverse from this point, there's going to be a crazy volume to the upside, and then it's going to break. I just are going to see another candle just clearing this one out, and then bam, we just keep turning it down, maybe like to 70K or something like that. Let's say the daily time frame. What's going on? Yeah, right. So the first of this, let me take this one out. This fair value gap right here. So I mean, it's not particularly looking good for Bitcoin, right? It's not particularly looking good for Bitcoin because everything that was supposed to happen, if you guys can remember a couple of months back, we had more like week in, week out, we have missed entries, and I keep saying these stocks are not really good price actions if missed entries keep happening over and over and over and over. That's the same thing that happened there. If you look at this one right here, after this after this expansion, we have this expansion again, the retracement period. Then we have this massive expansion. Just look how insane that is. We have this massive expansion to this point, and then there was range. Market couldn't go up until it came back to clear this. And I am still kind of believing that the price is supposed to return before Anyway, the main gist is that it will always come back to clear it. It might take longer, it might take a year, it might take well, I don't care whatever time it takes, but then eventually the price comes back to the point it's supposed to. So our main concern is this one right here. Because first off, if price has however retraced a little bit back to let's say to this has been a breaker block entry if price even touch this, right? But then it didn't. So that's the bad thing. That's the only negative that is happening right now for Bitcoin. But if we should look at Bitcoin overall, we are still in the right direction. Yeah, although everything is red, we are still in the right direction. For Bitcoin, what happened? The only bad thing that happened is that when Bitcoin was moving, was doing those crazy runs, the altcoins weren't following, right? And now that Bitcoin is going down, they are equally going down with it. But when it was going up, they weren't. So that's the bad thing. But if you look at it in the long run, we are still in the right direction. Look, we just have this, we have this range, then we have this again, we have this one range in here. It's just if you look at it from the bigger picture, it's just another retracement to propel us to another high. You know, in the long run, we might just see 150 and all of that, right? And it goes well. With that in mind, we still have to look for entries on the lower time frame and see how we can make profit from the market. But then we have that sentiment at the back of our head that okay, yeah, this is what's going on in the long run. So these are our first savior line of savior. Except that we are probably going to touch that breaker block at 74K, and then we might just see 74, 72 at 70K. All those ones might happen. So you might just take the risk, shut it down here, or price might just reverse from this point because this is a range, and this is on 4 hours, so it's still pretty good. It's still a pretty good time frame to consider that. Anyway, that's it for Bitcoin, and I'm just looking forward to this movement during the week, and a more like a recovery week for Bitcoin. Yeah, recovery week for Bitcoin. So let me take a couple of pairs. You can't hear me, I'm sure. But sure, it's probably from your end. Everything looks good here. I checked it time to time. I try to get closer to my mic. Anyway, let me confirm if you can hear me now. Please, you can just drop it in the chat. And just give me a couple of pairs. A couple of pairs you want me to check out. You want us to analyze, yeah. So we can go over it. However, you can just circle back to the video after we are done with the stream. You know, those parts you probably missed. You can check it out. But then it's a bloodbath for crypto generally. It's a bloodbath. Okay, let's look at Solana, then look at Say. Probably don't have Say in my watch list, but okay. So same thing, same mode. Everything's in a downtrend. We are looking at it from the bigger picture, even, right? Because this is 4 hour, but then this is 1 hour. Let's see. Let's look at it. That we are trying to get entry on what time frame. Blah blah blah. First off, it's just this breaker. It's very easy. I think there was a liquidity grab at this point. Yeah, this fair value gap right here, and then it's aligning with this breaker right here. That was where this bit Solana chose the first short entry, and they ran down like a crazy. I don't know, just ran down from 136 to 112. It's a crazy movement, right? Then we have another breaker again. Another breaker usually works when the market is in a crazy trend. It's just like taking retracement entries. It's very easy, but then it's tricky. But then it's easy if you can understand it, and then you can catch it. It works well with market in a very good trend, just like how Solana is right now in a very good trend. There's another break, and then if this one goes well again, we still have another break, another breaker. No, or from this point. I mean, from this point, yeah, another break, another breaker block chosen from this point. But we also have to consider the fact of 3 break of structures potentially. We have the first one, we have the second one, then I think we have 3 on 1 hour. Let's use this indicator. We have this first one, we have the second one, we have this third one. Oh, we have a fourth here. So yeah, I think it's safe to go with the shots for Solana. So might just have another breaker from this point. It's aligning with that fair value gap anyway. But then we have this break of structure here. So this is the only thing that is making it safe a little bit. Yeah. So let's go to 4 hours, see where the price is reacting from, see where the price is currently at, so we can know that you are not shorting, you're not shorting at the point of interest. Yeah, it's a critical point. If you look at it, this is where Solana is retracing from. It's a critical point. This is where the price, when there was a massive liquidity grab that propelled it to what? To 210 from 103. So you can see that where Solana is right now is a significant point of interest, just like how I indicated on Bitcoin. So every one of them are at a critical point. So it's either we go back from here, or we just have a bloody week, a bloody month. Let me put it that way. It's either those two ways. So I think edging right here is going to be a very, very good idea because there's going to be a lot of volume, a lot of liquidity going on this week. Is that people start pulling out their money, or people are people will be crazily buying the dip this time around? So the same thing goes for Solana, I guess. It's so hard to analyze it from this because I'm not using my wide monitor to check this. If I had been using it, I would have been able to see the candles very well and analyze it on a bigger scale. On a bigger scale. But then, given that it's at a significant point of interest right now, you can let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do it in two ways. This is the short entry that I proposed. I guess this was the first one for this one. But I'm kind of feeling like this one won't hold like the others because this one was pointing out easily. It was obvious. And so is this one. Uh, so that we have this. Okay, I think this goes well because of this spring, this bounce right here. It aligns with this one. So yeah, I think this one is going to work well. Going to work well. For these ones right here, their stops would have been, I would have put in my, this is on 4 hour though. I've put in my stop maybe above this candle right here. Then for this one, yeah, my stop will definitely be here. And for this one, that's why I said this one is a little bit tricky. Let's put our stop here. Let's put our stop here. Yeah, it's all 33% stops and it's working well. It's working well. And targets should be for shorts. For shorts, I think target should be. If you look at Solana, I think everything has cleared out. All liquidities have been cleared out. It's not leaving out liquid entries like Bitcoin. So it's kind of a little bit different from what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Different from what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Everything looks perfectly clean on the price action end for Solana. You can see it took this breakout block before moving up. So Solana only supports my sentiment of being a recovery week, a bullish week, and given us at the point of interest that is important. Yeah, Solana works with that. Solana works with my long, I won't say idea, my long sentiment. Let me put it that way. Solana goes along with it, but Bitcoin doesn't. Bitcoin goes with the short. That's why I said I'll probably be edging Bitcoin. But for Solana, I think it's good to buy instead of shorting Solana. I can't really pick out the entry point. Can't pick out entry point, but this is what we should probably do. I'm having a hard time with this because I'm using my laptop, so it's not so. And just recovery zones, and this is the third time. And on the third bounce, we all knows what happens when market touches a price 3 times, right? So we are the third bounce right here. We should take everything, all the retracement into consideration. So we have a very very big stuff right here, but then let's narrow it down a little bit. Call this our engagement. So yeah, again, this is you trading on the higher scale. On the higher scale. You know what? On the 1 hour, it's best to just wait for break. Let's be patient a little bit, see what's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen on the 1 hour time frame. See if price is going to give us if it's going to reverse, it should give us an entry for the long, so probably take this out and not consider the short again. So let's see how price moves today. Tomorrow we might have something like this. Okay. Might have something like this. Then let's see if we can have just something that will show us that yeah, I'm ready to pump, I'm ready to go up. So let's not rush into actions for Solana. See what's going to happen. However, you can still short from this point of interest, provided that Bitcoin is going to go down from whatever is happening. But it's not advisable for Solana. The price action doesn't say that. So weekly on Sol. Yeah, let's do that. Well, there is this and I think we are in a point of interest as well on the weekly time frame, right? This is where we have the break here to the upside. And yeah, I think we are in a good position for so long. We're in a good position for Solana long. You can just move it down a little bit here to cover it up. Yeah, this is what it looks like on weekly time frame. Anyway, let's how to trade 1 minute. I don't think we should go into that today. Yeah, it's probably network, I'm not sure. Every now and then YouTube also have its own problem. But okay, since we've done 2 crypto pairs, let's do 1 forex pair. And since this one choose XAU, let's just go for gold. And I heard we can trade gold on Bybit now. Interesting. I haven't been current with forex pairs recently. Lately. Anyway, gold definitely in an uptrend, no doubt. I think it was last time we checked gold out, and since then it has been just tearing up. So we have this massive expansion, which not good, for leaving out all this space, all these liquidities. This break again. Then it's trying to retrace from this point again. Although we have this one below, which I think has been mitigated by this right here. So it's a tricky one at this point, but then this is far. Let's go to 1 hour. Yeah, well, we did have break to the upside. Now we break to the upside here. I can't see any entry mode there yet, right? We have a break to the upside there, then we have this break to the downside. Yeah. So after the break to the downside, the break of structure, I'm trying to get this one to be straight. Break to the downside. Then we have a retracement back up. Then we have this massive sell again, and another break to the downside. But then we are at a critical point of interest. Which seems to be holding perfectly well. I'm trying to see what good is trying to do here. I don't think I understand it fully yet. But then it looks like it's changing trend. It looks like it's oversold. Let's take the daily time frame. It's overbought. Sorry, looks like it's overbought already. Like a new all-time high. Let's check out. Like the all-time high for good. Yep, it is. All-time high. It looks overbought. Interesting. But then we have this break that I marked was visible on the 4 hours one. So these points holding quite very well. Eh, I don't think there's any reason for us to counter trend. The only reason that we might counter trend is two reasons. We have this break, we have this very clean return to order block, and then another break, although it's holding the point of interest right here is holding the support right here is holding it's holding quite pretty well. But I don't see any liquidity up here that the price is trying to chase. So this might as well be short-lived. This buy might be short-lived, and then the price just goes back down eventually. But then I'll try to see if we can get an entry point from this with just price action, because it's in a price discovery mode for good. It's in a price discovery mode, so we can't really point out some other blocks or some other stuff we can use to consider where the price might probably be selling from the top. So let me see what we have on 2 hours. Everything we have is just fair value gap, fair value gap. But then over the top, can't see anything. Although I'll be targeting this low to start with. This is my first price target to start with. There's another point of interest to consider. Then this fair value gap right here. This breakout block as well over here. Which price is kind of similar to what Bitcoin is doing, honestly, I think. Or am I the only one saying that? Kind of similar to what Bitcoin is doing. The price action is kind of similar to Bitcoin's. So this will definitely be short-lived. I've seen this pattern. Might just take the short from this point. Let's see. Let's see. Kind of risky though, but then you can take it. Then you can short it to this point. Can have our stop. Let's see, just above this place. I'm still going to find the perfect way to bring out an entry. Maybe I should go to 30 minutes. Or maybe it might show up later. The entry model might show up later, or a other block or whatever you are going to use to take the trade might show up later. But then I think we should watch out for this price. Might have a range like this. There is possibility of something. Let's look at this. If price reaches this place, might have a range like this. Then break to the downside. Then after the break, then price will return to this point. Then finally sell to that breaker block we marked, or this point that I target. This is the one I target. The one I say was my first target for good. Finally just have something down to this point. So we should put an eye, watch out for what's going to happen here on good. There's going to be a range here. I'm pretty sure about that. There's going to be a range, and then the price will return to that range after we have a break of structure, maybe from this price and break of structure to the downside. It's going to be this or this. Let's choose this internal to have a break to that place. kind of like I'm front running the market, but then I don't see any liquidity calling it any liquidity that might drag the price to the top side over here. The liquidity I'm seeing are below, so I guess we follow the money, right? Yeah, that's for good. That's for good. Let me see if anyone has any opinion about any controversial opinion about that. 2,700. Well, I think that's even below what I was looking forward to. 2,700 is way below. But then, yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm actually kind of treating it like it's Bitcoin. The way gold is to tear down when it comes to it selling, it's always crazy. It's always massive. If someone can catch the sell, it's already showing that volume of sell. It's already showing that sell volume. I just remember right now. Anytime gold is selling, all this sell we are trying to look for right now, even to 2,700, it might not take more than 2 3 hours. Just a couple of 1 hour candles. Bam, bam, bam. Then we have ourselves at 2008. Easy. Good usually move like that. Usually moves like that for the sell. So it's very, very ideal if you can catch the sell. Look at this one right here that we were talking about. Look at this sell. This is 1 hour, the second hour, the third hour, the fourth hour. So just 4 hours, we have price drop from 3,100 to what? To 3,028. So it seems if I just go on with like that for the next sell momentum. Yeah. Okay. Or if I hold shift, oh. Anyway, it's retracing. You said we should wait out on an entry on long so longs. Yeah, for so longs, wait out on an entry. Wait out for price to show us that yeah, it's going to give us a long. It's not. I don't think it's just going to be something that will just go up like this, or it might. It's a crazy market. And if it does, this one right here is just looking very, very juicy. You know, something like this. Very, very ideal, to be honest. But then let's wait it out. Let's wait it out. Let's wait it out. Let's not rush into anything for the long. Let's not rush into it. You can actually look at it on 15 minutes. These are some kind of gambles you can take to get in early. Even on 15 minutes, we can see that there's no break, there's no confirmation to even go for long at all. The only confirmation on 15 minutes is this one, and this is even for short. Honestly, this is for short. So yeah, this movement is not supposed to happen on weekend, but it's kind of happening. So we have to just wait it out, see what's going to happen, then pick out our entry for the week. For Solana. Yeah, well, due to trade war, anyway, I don't know, is there any war going on? I think the only thing going on was the tariff. All wars are suspended, even the Russia war, the Gaza war, and all that. Anyway, I think that's a wrap for today, for this week. Well, we are in a new week, ideally, but should have done this yesterday. We had some technical issues, so yeah, yeah, yeah. You can always check back to this, see sentiments, see people's talks, and see what we've talked about. Just to guide you for what you're going to go with. So let's circle back to everything we've talked about before we wrap it up. For Bitcoin, I already said feeling like it's going to be more of a retracement week. There's two Bitcoin, there's this, and then there's this. I think this was the one we analyzed. Yep. For this one, this was the one I said we are going to. It actually looks pretty clean to me for the long for Bitcoin, and that's why I'm also saying Solana is also Solana is not showing any sign of short for now. It's at a very critical point, and there's no liquidity below, at least for now. And for Bitcoin, there is, but then it's at a very important point of interest, and this is the third time, and we have a spring already. So yeah, I'm very, very much convinced that we're going to have a bullish week, a mini bullish week, recovery week might go down after that. But yeah, that's for Bitcoin. can still go down later, see what's going on, and see if you can get in on this long later on. And for gold, um, yeah, this is what I envisioned for gold. I'm not convinced that gold will go up at all, at all, at all, at all. I'm not very, very convinced about that. And for Solana, yeah, just wait it out. That's it. It's a wrap. And we see you guys next week. Yeah, Bitcoin go below the 770. I'm not disputing that. I made that perfectly clear. I said you could hedge, but then just this week, I don't think it's going to go below it this week. Right. So, see you guys next week. Bye.